B-Leaguers, your boy back again. Now episode 4, and we are looking at Alex, aka Aspler, aka the Platypus. So firstly, the draft review from our expert resident in all things college, DJ Coco. He's given Alex a draft grade of a D. His team needs being running back and wide receiver. He's strong at quarterback, a linebacker, and of course defensive back, seeing as he has about 45% of the entire league's defensive backs on his roster. So what he liked, Alex didn't have much to work with. His draft starting at the 410, but who really cares? He got off to a strong start with having 4 2025 firsts. 4 of his 8 picks were either running back or wide receiver, which is great, addressing his 2 biggest needs. All of his picks were flyers, but my favourite picks are definitely Rice and Davis. Both players will be far down their depth chart, but both have solid potential and can fly up the depth chart quickly. Especially Davis, who led a small D1 CFB in yards. He gives shades of Le'Veon Bell. Imagine picking up Le'Veon Bell that late. Rice was a standout wide receiver for Caleb Williams, and he'll have a shot to impress in overall not so exciting wide receiver room for LA. Like the Strover pick as well, he'll have to carve out a role on the team, but he was college teammates and top target for CJ Stroud at Ohio State. Also liked him drafting a day 1 first day starter in Wiggins in the 7th round. Who knows about fantasy production? But being an outside caller, he'll be picked on and setting him up for high tackles and pass defended. Always good to add another defensive back to that roster, Alex. Disliked. Did love Rice as a stash player. Thought he was a bit overdrafted. There were 3 wide receivers in the B-League draft after him, had much higher draft capital and higher chances of making the roster than Rice does. And Frank Gore Jr., fantastic name after the great Frank Gore. There were more than 3 day 1 starters. Sorry, there were 3 plus day 1 starters in other positions on the board. Gore might not even make the roster. Certainly could have used that pick elsewhere. That's that one done. Having a look at the roster and predictions for this year. Alex has certainly fixed up his biggest need, which was searching for quarterbacks, and certainly has that now with Purdy and Will Levis, with Bryce Young on the bench. You know, there'll be some points out of Jalen Warren and Tajay Spears. Wide receiver is where it gets real ugly, with Michael Thomas yet to land a team. Does have a strong tight end room there, even on the bench as well. And as we come down to the IDP, you know, there's some great players in there that should be able to get some points for him throughout the week. So the issue for Alex then becomes, you know, Young is there as some depth for quarterback. What do you really have if one of your running backs goes down? You've got Jamal Williams or Tank Bisbee. So you're hoping that maybe there's an injury in front of them. You're hoping Michael Thomas maybe gets picked up, and maybe that Devin Duvernay gets the return job in Jacksonville and is able to get a lot of points there. A couple of tight ends that you can obviously call on, and then of course you've got a couple of IDP players, but certainly could do with fixing that depth, and then of course adding your 4 25 ones in next draft, which should be a bounce back year. My prediction for Alex this year is I think you are going to have at least one punishment, that being either finishing dead last over the regular season, or losing the toilet bowl and being team gay, which wouldn't be a bad thing, because we know Alex is good with his punishments, with the very entertaining videos that he did before. All right, that's it this week, and we'll be back next week for episode 5. See ya.